All right, welcome back to the show, everyone, and welcome back to, well, we are heading to overtime, 1986. This is the 63-point game against the Celtics in Game 2 of the first round of, the 1986 NBA playoffs. What a journey to get here to overtime, and we still got a half hour of video left. So I was originally planning on doing the fourth quarter and overtime together, but it was it was going way too long. It was running way too long. So all right, here we are to wrap it up. Hopefully, if you are here, you watch the other parts because I broke it down in quarters. So we are now at what would be essentially the fifth quarter here. So this is part 5. It's been a fun day. It's been a great day. I appreciate you all for, joining me on this adventure. It's been a lot of editing and a lot of stuff. But most importantly, I've just been happy that we've gone this far without getting any of these videos blocked. What I'm going to do is we're going to cut right to the chase here because we have... this is nothing new. We've been doing this all day. So this is from a channel called Hoops History 26. As I've been doing, I'm going to keep linking the video down below in the description for you. You'll see a list of channel members. Shout out to channel members. It's because of y'all that I'm doing this, so I really appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. Anybody else who wants to see me continue to do full games like this, consider supporting with a membership. I'd appreciate it. If not, everybody please leave this video a like or subscribe to the channel. All these things matter and all these things help out a lot. Guys, let's see how this game ends.
We're going to see it. We can't really see whether Kevin McHale fouled him or not, but boy, that shot, McHale has to go out there to
That's a risky play, Kevin.
react.
Okay, all right. In hindsight, that was a good call.
And whether the foul actually took place or not, I couldn't see because I was following the flight of the ball too. So McHale didn't think so. He was telling Larry Bird that when he went by, Jordan stuck out his arm and knocked himself down, but Stan Albeck sees it the other way, of course.
Yep.
Sam Vincent had a bird's eye low view of all this, but
that's an ant's view.
The thing is that everyone was looking at the ball with the exception of the official. One official was checking the ball. The other one was out there. Now, if you want to know whether the officials were in position to call it, the answer is yes. Ed Middleton was no more than 5 feet from Michael Jordan when he took the shot. In any event, we're going to overtime. And Michael Jordan with 54 points, a career high, and 5-minute overtime session. Each team
yeah, I gotta say, in the first viewing of it, like the first angle, it didn't look like a foul, but that last one, it looked like Kevin got him as Jordan was finishing his shooting motion.
3 timeouts. Boston still has a 20.
Which is kind of a surprising slip-up by Kevin McHale, if I'm being honest.
Woolridge jumping against Parrish. On the 4th foul, the team will get into the bonus.
But in hindsight, did Kevin McHale just save the game right there? Because, like we covered in the last one, you get 2 free throws for a 3-point shot back then, not 3. So if Jordan would have hit that 3, game over. Bulls would have won. So perhaps, as I'm criticizing McHale, perhaps he inadvertently saved the game.
Foul trouble situation becomes major now, as we have a slew of players with 5. Celtics control.
All right, let's see how this ends.
Their biggest lead was 4. Biggest lead for the Bulls.
I mean, obviously, I know who wins the game, but let's see what leads to it.
Corzine doubled with Jordan.
Ooh, good defense.
Recovers it. Bird. Ainge. Ainge. And Corzine holds on for the rebound.
Damn. Surprisingly, Danny's missed a couple of these wide open looks.
Kevin McHale normally is able to find and locate that open man.
Jordan's 54 points ties John Havlicek for the 4th best individuals.
Yeah, Jordan has been disrupting their offense a little bit by
long range. Jordan hits
nice.
it, 56
by
for
floating
Jordan.
around on
and
defense.
That ties the Chicago Bulls all-time leader, Bob Love, who had 56 in the game.
Bob Love.
And the Bulls lead by 2.
That kind of answers your question about whether it's tied or not. You don't start hitting outside shots like that at the tail end of a ball game if you're tied. I think he was used wisely in the offense in the early part of the game by Stan Albeck.
Pick and roll, Harris. Rebound by Oakley.
And what's crazy is how did Jordan have so much stamina at this point? He was injured all year, recovering, and he was on such a hardcore minutes restriction leading up to game 1. This is just game 2. How is his stamina at this point?
With a little more than a minute gone by.
I think he only sat for 4 minutes in this game, and that was in the first half, second quarter.
Celtics lead in the best of 5. Philadelphia, Washington are tied 1-1 in their best of 5 series.
Oh, that was a good look pass, and he should have taken that shot.
The Bulls.
Woolridge over Ainge, short. McHale clears, and the Celtics
get back, guys.
Bird, Ainge. That's what they didn't do most of the game, Tommy. Run the floor.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
To create tempo, to push it at the defense. They've been playing at the rhythm of the Bulls all afternoon long.
Ainge, 20 points in the ball game. Bird leads with 34. Jordan is 56. 10 on the clock. Woolridge going in strong. No basket.
Ooh, what?
For the offensive foul. And that'll be 5.
What was that? Let me see.
34. Jordan is 56. 10 on the clock.
Offensive foul?
It's going in strong.
Oh, man, I don't know about that one.
Offensive foul. And
I don't get that one.
On Orlando Woolridge.
Like I was looking at his left arm, thinking he might have stretched it out to create space, but he didn't. He went straight up.
So Woolridge and Oakley have 5 fouls.
Let me know
Chicago.
if I missed something there.
Bird, Harris,
timestamp it in the
Dennis
comments
Johnson,
if you could, too, guys.
Ainge, all with 5 for the Celtics, and they're all on the floor.
Oop. Good pass.
Bird trying to feed inside. It's still Celtic ball with 2:55 on the clock.
Oh,
Ainge,
good luck.
Baseline, fires it up. Bird loses the ball inside,
Yeah.
and Oakley got a piece of that one.
Yeah, Ainge's shot is off.
118, 2:45 remaining in overtime.
1-on-1, 1-on-1. 1-on-1, take him.
On the clock to send it into OT.
Ooh, you had him without the pump fake, MJ.
Celtics trying to take the lead, 2-on-1. Parrish is fouled by.
Good foul. Good
So this is
sportsmanship,
where we
too.
are. Game 2, and the drama is not over yet here at the Garden. Philadelphia and Washington are 1-1. The Nets and Milwaukee play later, with the Milwaukee Bucks leading 1-0 in their best of 5, and Atlanta will take a 2-0 lead to Detroit this week in their series.
The Celtics right now.
I gotta say, Jordan's starting to look fatigued a little bit.
At defense, with trying to disrupt the rhythm of the Bulls' offense by doubling people, taking the ball out of the hands of the people the Bulls want to have the ball. Michael Jordan, Woolridge. And it's creating a little confusion for the Bulls. They're not going to get the good shots, it looks like, but Boston has to convert.
1-point lead for the Bulls. Jordan and Johnson fighting for the loose ball. You want to talk about macho pride for offense and defense right there. And the Bulls will have it with 17 seconds on the clock. Leading
Macho
by 1.
pride.
Check
It was
that,
a different
the Celtics
time.
lead 119, 118.
It was a different time. Men were allowed to be
Free
men.
throw by Parrish, the difference right now. Woolridge going up strong. And it's Chicago now.
All right.
120
I've
to
been wondering
119.
where Orlando Woolridge has been. He had such a good third quarter.
Sit back and watch this one. They're taking shots at each other. Haymakers.
This crowd is quiet. Harris lost it to Corzine, and under 2 minutes to go, Chicago with a 1-point lead and the ball.
Damn, man. All right,
This is a
Bulls
team
in
that
control.
lost 52 games this year. Worst record of any team in the playoffs. Celtics with the best record
double
in the
team,
league,
double team.
67-15. They're this close. 3 on the shot clock. Jordan. basket good,
nice.
And a foul. And a big basket for the Chicago
That was a
Bulls.
big-time basket.
And Jordan could give them a 4-point lead. 58 for Michael Jordan.
Why isn't he tired right now? Well, 2 things,
I think he is tired, but he's still he's just harding it out.
1, he missed a great portion of the season. He doesn't have the normal fatigue. And 2, they used him very wisely in the offense in the first part of the game.
Dennis Johnson has, let's see, fouled out of the ball game, and Jerry Seasting has come in. He fouls out with 15 points. 59.
Nice.
For
Up by
Michael
4.
Jordan, second best playoff ever in a single game to Elgin Baylor's 61. we could see an all-time record established.
We just might.
In a crowd. Ball away.
Oh, Bird.
And a foul.
Oh,
Jerry
no,
Seasting
sorry.
with 3 or 4 men on him, and he's only 6'1", made a big basket for Boston.
And he did something that the rest of the Celtics have not been doing. He faked when he got into the defense, lifted people, and then took the shot.
He might have traveled there.
Smart play by Jerry Seasting.
Foul on Jordan is 4th. Seasting misses the free throw. Parrish and Seasting each have missed 1 important free throw here.
All right,
Otherwise,
Bulls up
this
by
game
2.
would be tied.
$1:20 left.
Final round of the Heritage coming up. After this
This
game,
crowd is
123-121
shocked
Chicago
right
in
now.
overtime. Jordan. And Bird got a hand.
Just a fun
Great play by
reminder.
Larry Bird.
At this point, at this season, the Celtics have only lost 1 home game
And the
all
Celtics
year.
are looking to tie or lead.
They're the ultimate team.
Bird, Parrish, foul. That was the only play Chicago had, and even the Celtics are off their chairs.
Here he comes, Bird cuts off Jordan at the baseline. They turned him loose, pushed him underneath the basket. The ball, a pass out, hit the net, so it ends up in the hands of Robert Parrish.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you
good
this,
defense.
This is one
Bird created that. He deflected that pass.
rugged overtime period.
It's a good hustle by Bird, good finish by
each other physically.
Parrish coming up with
They're
it.
banging.
Banging.
Chicago calls a timeout, and Parrish has 1 free throw to try to tie it up with 59 seconds to go in OT.
Damn.
Michael Jordan, 59 points. Elgin Baylor, the all-time single game
Jordan already was on the list.
performance of 61. That's ever against the Celtics, regular season and playoff. And Baylor's 61 was against the Celtics in a playoff game in April of 62.
Shout out to Jerry
And
West,
that's
too.
the top performance in a playoff game, and Jordan is 2 points away from that. Meanwhile, Robert Parrish is on the line with 1 free throw to try to tie the game now.
Well, they put the freeze on him, trying to chill him down.
I
See if
call
Robert responds to the challenge.
make.
He hit 1 of 2 before, makes them both here. They're tied at 123. 59 seconds to go. We were even at 116 apiece. in overtime.
I don't remember how this goes
Going
down.
into the session. Jordan over 8.
Ooh, I only know the result.
Bird the rebound.
Big time rebound by Bird.
Celtics with 20 on the shot clock.
Sloppy.
Knocked away from Bird, he recovers. Looking for anything, even a foul.
Travel?
Goes up, and he travels.
The funny thing is I don't even know if he did travel, but in the 80s, that was enough. If it looked funny,
He recovers.
let's see.
Looking for
Pump fake. All right, so his left is the pivot foot, right?
anything. Even a foul.
He didn't travel,
Goes up,
guys.
And he travels.
He didn't even travel.
Larry Bird traveled.
But-
and to Chicago's credit,
The reason I want to
to
point that out is in the 80s and the 90s, if there was any little shuffle of the feet that looked suspicious, they didn't hesitate to call it a travel. Like, it was wild. You'd see so many times a person would take their 2 steps and get called for the travel. And it's like, what? What the hell?
put him in a hurry.
Well,
Now
they
it's
were
like
poking
5
at the
steps.
ball, and Larry really was looking over both shoulders to see where they were coming from, and that's what caused the walk.
21 on the shot clock, a 13-second differential. And the Bulls with a chance to take the lead.
Okay.
Woolridge against McHale, going in against both. Tipped up and in, and it was Corzine with the tip-in.
Corzine, big
with
tip-in.
22 seconds to go, the Bulls lead again, 125-123. And the Celtics will call a timeout and
Damn.
15 seconds to try to tie it.
The Bulls
or
have
win it
control with 15
in a
seconds left in
fantastic
overtime.
Playoff game from Boston Garden.
What a game. What a slugfest.
We're going to look at Dave Corzine right here. Robert Parrish is supposed to block him off the boards, but he gets mesmerized by the penetration.
Giggity.
And he lets Corzine step inside, and he uses it to good advantage.
good play.
For a beautiful key tip in to put the Bulls ahead by
He
2.
snuck right in there.
And here it was. Dave Corzine, one of the unsung leaders on the team, maligned at home by the Chicago crowd with as big a basket as he's ever had. 8 points and 8 rebounds. 15 seconds to go for the Celtics to try to tie it or win it, trailing by 2. Bird inbounded. McHale, Ames with a fake. Goes all the way.
Oh, wow.
Ties it with 12 seconds
I was
left.
not expecting that.
Chicago still has 2 timeouts. They'll use one of them now.
Dude, 12 seconds.
It looked like Ainge had easy sailing for that tying layup.
Well, they were looking to play Ainge for the pass, and once he got past Michael Jordan, everybody went back to their own man, thinking he was going to penetrate and then pass. Nobody really made a real commitment to him.
I got to be real. I was thinking probably what they were thinking. He's gonna penetrate and then get the ball to Bird.
We just said, why not? I'll go all the way.
Yeah, but he had a wide open path.
Danny Ainge with 22 points, all in the second half, as Bill Walton fouled out of the game, leading the cheers. But now the focus is on the Chicago Bulls. This is first round playoff action. Tonight, playoff action continues on several fronts. In the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks host the New Jersey Nets with Milwaukee leading 1-0. Denver is at home with a 1-0 lead over the Portland Trail Blazers, and Dallas will try to make it 2 in a row at Reunion Arena against Utah. Stan Albeck, who coached the Spurs, coached Cleveland before that, and the Nets in his first year in Chicago in a topsy-turvy year with Quentin Daly suspended with a drug problem and injuries to a lot of people, including Jordan in the 64 games. He didn't really have his true team until the last couple of weeks. And
this game here, they are functioning so well and in developing the roles that I didn't think that they would be able to do, but they have really been outstanding today.
Let's not forget Juwan Oldham, the 7-foot center, who is one of the top shot blockers in the NBA, who, if the series goes to 4 games, would be eligible to come back. And Oldham has had a broken cheekbone. He missed the last 18 games, and if Chicago can win here, he'll get a chance to play against the Celtics. But they haven't won this. It's 125 all, 12 seconds to go in the first overtime.
All right, here we go.
Well, is Michael Jordan going to get it again? The Celtics are trying to keep the ball away from him.
They're doing a good job, too.
To Corzine.
He's got to get rid of it.
Ooh, risky pass, but good.
Jordan with a jump shot.
That's what you want.
Misses the shot.
That's what you want.
2 seconds to go, and the Celtics call a tie. They'll get a chance to win it.
Damn, they played him so good off the ball.
The first.
But no excuses. He got a good look.
A three-pointer and was fouled by McHale and hit 2 free throws with no time remaining. And now Boston can have the last laugh. Tommy, it looked like Jordan had his shot here.
They did get him the ball. Corzine said, I'm going to get it
6 seconds left
to you, and
I'm actually surprised he didn't go to the basket a little bit here.
Does, and he's wide open. You can't ask for a finish.
But no, what am I saying? He had McHale off balance. Bird didn't commit. He had a wide open shot. You got to take it.
Shot the net from a player of Jordan's caliber.
Unfortunately, nobody had to rebound
Bird
there.
alertly calls timeout.
Bird with 34, McHale 27.
How many big rebounds have we seen from Bird?
Half. We'll get to the heritage as soon as this one is history. What does Boston do?
He's doing
now
all the little
2 seconds
things
on the clock?
Some kind of pass, either dead in the corner, I think, for Larry Bird, or a lob pass over the top close to the basket, maybe to McHale. But they've got Seasting in there, who might also, or Wedman, for that outside bomb. That's what you're hoping to get right now. I think the lob is out of the question.
Ainge will inbound. Last year, the Celtics were hard-pressed by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They went to 4 games, but they were tough games. Banks comes in the game, replacing Oakley.
For quickness purposes, to get out there and
all right, what's about to happen?
Shooters.
Bird with the ball.
Inbound. Bird has it. 1 second to go. If it comes second overtime. Larry Bird.
Yeah, so both MJ and Bird got their shot.
Had the same kind of a shot he hit on that wild three-pointer, and we go to double overtime here at Boston Garden. The score, 125-125.
He slips right behind the defense and gets in there. They go to double team him.
Good defense, though.
Which was right on his shooting hand.
Almost sunk it.
Back rims it. I mean, those are prayer shots, of course, but both teams had their best shooters, best players taking that outside shot. Neither one made it. Watch it from another angle.
Yeah,
Woodard's right on the shooting hand.
Tommy, I know that
he was still right on the money.
Into the finals,
yeah, look at him, like, come on.
The drama of the finals, but
I gotta
this
make
is kind of like the shades of the Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns in a 3 overtime game that you remember. Remember that one?
I remember it very well. I'll tell you, I fainted in the locker room after that one. I don't think it's going to happen to me tonight.
No, you won't faint because you're in good shape right now. But we have seen a marvelous game because there's no question that the Boston Celtics had the height advantage with that great front line. Chicago really hasn't had the unit. And, you know, while we give the Bulls a lot of credit for staying in and sending this game to double overtime, they had many chances to win, and the Celtics just would not allow it.
Celtics won't go away.
The team that has been in more foul trouble than the Bulls today.
I think the Bulls have played the game exactly the way they wanted to. The Celtics were not able to break the rhythm of the tempo of the game that the Bulls established. Never got pace into it, never got any easy baskets. The Celtics sometimes feel that we've got the best low post players to go to all those matchups. We'll win it that way. It didn't work out that way so far.
All right, now we go to a second overtime. Now, as the game goes on, is there any kind of emphasis that maybe?
By the way, I
shifts?
like how the two commentators, they've been butting heads a little bit on things, but they just go back to being bros like immediately.
When you get into a second 5-minute session?
Well, I think right now Danny Ainge is saddled with 5 fouls. And if he ends up fouling out, one of their good outside shooters goes by the boards. And then Rick Carlisle or somebody else maybe will have to come in David Thirdkill to try and play Jordan. And that could be a big factor.
Can you imagine how tired everyone is?
Game, I don't see any of those guys fouling out for the Celtics.
Walton has fouled out as you look at Red back and Don Gaston. Don Gaston, one of the owners, along with Alan Cohn, Paul DePee. Bird with 5 fouls, Parrish with 5, Ainge with 5. Walton and Dennis Johnson have already fouled out for Chicago. Charles Oakley and Orlando Woolridge both have 5 personal fouls. So Parrish and Woolridge.
All right, here we go, you guys.
They've done this before.
Here we go.
Middleton will toss it up. 5 minutes. 3 times.
In all the highlights that we ever see, there's so much that we miss out on just seeing the Jordan highlights of this game, even though they're incredible to watch. There's so much to this game, and we never get to see how it really ends, you know, except for the final score. So let's see how we get there.
Boston still has a 20 that they have at their behest.
I got to assume Jordan is just absolutely exhausted by this point, but let's see.
And penalty and bonus on the 4th team foul.
The guy hasn't sat out since, well, halftime.
Or try to.
Ainge is guarding Jordan inside right now. Oakley comes outside. Now Woolridge gets it into Corzine, and Bird steals the ball. Came around, snuck around, and knocked it out of the hands of Corzine.
They had Michael Jordan posting up Danny Ainge, and they turned that option down.
Bird, 3-pointer from the corner.
Good shot.
Oakley. All Chicago red shirts underneath, and now the Bulls will slow it up and set it up here. Michael Jordan has 59 points, and the most points scored in one game ever in the playoffs.
He got
61
him.
By Elton
He looks
Taylor.
tired.
Jordan
Yeah, that was slow.
Missed. Corzine loses it. Here comes Ainge as Bird gets it out to him. Paxson is back. Seasting open. Woolridge, a good play to get to him. A minute gone by. Bird hits.
Damn.
And the Celtics lead, and it took a minute and 5 seconds to do it.
Seasting, real good poise to hold up and find Larry Bird.
36 points for Larry Bird.
Mind you, Bird didn't score for the first 15 minutes of the game,
Seasting,
and he's at 36.
McHale giving Woolridge that shot. Woolridge going into the hoop.
Oh, risky.
Bird
Okay,
scores
good finish.
nonetheless. And 24 points now for Orlando Woolridge, and we're tied.
Well, they're saying, Orlando, you're going to win it for us in the second overtime. Let Michael take a little blow.
Speaking of Orlando, he's on Bird. Great inside move. Ball
Oh,
knocked
that's off.
away, and it was
That's off Bulls.
hit off of Woolridge, who was out of bounds. So the Celtics will maintain possession. 12 seconds on the shooting
Bird
clock.
just threw the ball off of Woolridge when he was standing out of bounds.
Oakley,
It's a really smart
Corzine,
play.
Jordan, Paxson, and Woolridge are out there for Chicago. Parrish, Bird, Seasting, Ainge, and McHale for Boston. Bird, double him in a hurry. Seasting is open.
Damn, man. Good pass, good shot.
Now, that is absolutely the wrong guy to leave on a double team right now because Bird is going to look for him.
And a little trap action defensively by the Celtics.
was that Paxson?
Paxson brings it across.
That
Under
Paxson
3
who
minutes
slept
to
on
go
that
in
one?
the second overtime session. We were 116 apiece after regulation, 125 all after 1 overtime. Corzine, no
Is that a travel?
before the shot.
Yikes.
25 all
Okay. What's your pivot, bud?
after 1 overtime.
Maybe that was a travel.
No basket. Traveled.
Nowadays, that would have just been a single step back. But yeah, no, you can't do that.
He moved that back foot, and now the Celtics
can't do that back then.
Lead and possession.
That little pick and roll play is causing the Celtics trouble. They're switching onto Michael Jordan, and Corzine is getting a mismatch against.
It's just funny to think about the way like James Harden plays. He wouldn't be able to. He'd literally get called travel every single play. Everything that he does is a travel back in '86.
McHale, SxADk all alone in three-point territory. Bird coming out.
Ooh, good trap. Good defense, guys.
Long pass, Woolridge.
Get it out, Woolridge.
Blocked by McHale. Loose ball
What was he
out of
doing?
bounds. And it's Celtics possession.
He had MJ wide
You
open.
know, Tommy, you wonder whether the Celtics, looking for 3 points, are saying to themselves, we've had enough of this Chicago team. Let's just blow them out here.
Well, they got to go find some place to get that shot. SxADk's the guy. They should be looking on a double team.
McHale finds SxADk. Quick pass. Good one. Ames. Timeout, Chicago.
That was a big one. I think that was Jordan, too.
It matches the biggest lead of the game for the Boston Celtics, with just under 2 minutes remaining in second overtime. 262nd consecutive sellout at Boston Garden are seeing a gem today.
Yeah, no kidding. What a game these guys got to witness.
We're back here, 1:59 to go, 131, 127. The noise, too much for this young tyke. But he'll take it. This is the excitement of the game.
He's still enjoying it.
So now it's 131, 127. Chicago has the ball, and keep in mind that man Michael Jordan, who has 59 points, has missed his last 4 shots.
Yeah, okay. If that doesn't say fatigue, then I don't know what does. And to see where he was positioned on that last play, he was out here while Danny Ainge was wide open out here. I think Coach really messed up here, in my opinion. That's why I keep pointing it out. Is he should have got a breather at the end of the third quarter leading into the fourth quarter. Like, that's just normal. That's just a normal rotation. Especially in a game like this going into double overtime. Like, you got to give the guy at least a couple of minutes of rest on the bench.
Well, he finally might be getting tired.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I'm kidding. He should have been tired an hour and a half ago.
I know.
Ainge guarding Michael Jordan. Jordan goes
There
up
it
with a
is,
shot and hits
MJ.
it, and has 61 points to tie Elgin Baylor's all-time single-game playoff record that he established against these Celtics 24 years ago. McHale working against Corzine.
Ooh, good rebound.
Jordan the rebound, and with a minute and a half to play in 2 overtimes, Chicago looking to tie.
And the Bulls took off the double team that time in respect for SxADk and Ainge's outside shooting.
Jordan with 8 on the clock. Jordan.
Damn, back to back.
Oh, boy.
63 points, and you're looking
He's just
at it
not
all.
going away. He just... No wonder why the way they talk about it after the game. Like, he just won't stop no matter what.
Time record.
Oh, boy.
Michael Jordan.
That was a fantastic move. I mean, he went over 3 guys that time.
No one has ever scored more points in a single playoff game in NBA history than Michael Jordan.
Yep.
A minute to go, and tied at 131.
Whoops.
7 on the shot clock. McHale
Ooh.
to SxADk. Open.
This was really smart, you guys. This was really smart. Look at the positioning here. It's like a dual post system going on. All right, you got Parrish in here.
7 on the...
Yeah. Now he's already positioning himself for the pick. It's brilliant. He just transitioned from post to pick. And Kevin McHale, obviously these guys have worked long enough together. He just backs his defender right back into position, and he's just going to slide right by. Like, brilliant.
The shot clock. McHale to SxADk. Open. And the Celtics regain the lead. And if you don't think Jerry SxADk has been maybe the missing ingredient.
That was brilliant by both
year,
McHale and Parrish. It's a great basketball.
But big 8 points. And incredible shooting.
He went down and doubled at the last instant, and SxADk got the easy shot. He's going to make those.
McHale is on Jordan now with 6 on the clock. He missed.
Well, that's it for you for today, Mr. Jordan.
Not to be denied. He grabbed it away from Oakley. Celtics with 24 seconds to go. And 17 on the shot clock. Lead by 2, and this is a critical possession.
Yeah, it is.
How many times have we said that?
They got a score here, right?
10 on the clock.
Uh-oh.
Bird,
Ooh, good pass. Yep. It's just smart basketball. It's one God-gifted player, Michael Jordan, against a brilliant basketball team. What a game. What a great watch. We will not be denied. Yeah, well, you definitely weren't. Not this year.
Trouble, but when they needed the chief, he was there to hit the big basket. But first came his big rebound at the other end.
I'll tell you, a big rebound, and somebody hit him at the ankles, I think.
I hit the front of the rim.
Great timing, and as Oakley going down, getting his foot trapped, got it up the court. A little pick and roll. He goes strong to the hoop and just straight up with it. That's pressure basketball, making the big ones when they count.
Yep, great pass.
They got 9
great shot by Parrish.
To the Bulls and 1 timeout, and they need 2 possessions, really. A 3-pointer, and they need a possession again.
I was very impressed with the real confidence of Jerry SxADk at key points. It's going to give Casey Jones, if he hasn't already got a world of confidence in SxADk, to use them in real key situations down the stretch. He might end up in the playoffs being the designated double team breaker when the Celtics really try to exploit that inside game.
They'll go to Chicago to play what the Bulls hope, if they do not come back and win this one, 2 games at Chicago Stadium. It's a best of 5. The Celtics are 9 seconds away from taking a 2-0 lead, but they won't escape out of here without the fight of their lives, especially on their home turf, where they have lost only 1 time all year. Washington and Philadelphia.
What happy Boston fans they must have been all year. Like, the odds, there's only 1 time that you show up to a game that entire season and you lose. Other than that, it's like a sure win.
1-1 in their series.
It's just like a celebration every night.
Detroit, and Milwaukee will try to take a 2-0 lead over the Nets later tonight. Next weekend, we'll be with you Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, and then a doubleheader Sunday, beginning at 1 o'clock Eastern, as the NBA playoffs on CBS continue.
The other surprise is that Danny Ainge has not fouled out with Michael Jordan handling that ball.
Bird didn't foul out either.
Well, I'm saying Ainge played very smart defense. He knew he had to stay in this game.
Especially with Dennis Johnson fouling
out.
9 seconds to go.
You see how quickly they get irritated with each other, but then they're like, oh yeah, we're cool. We're back on the same page. I miss this.
Chicago needs a quick basket, a foul.
I miss being able to have disagreements with people and we're all good.
And now the Celtics use a foul and chop off a second. Next foul will result in the bonus, so they had 1 foul to give in the overtime. Paxson looking inbound. Woolridge, 6 seconds. Woolridge for 3, way short. Throws up an air ball.
Yeah, there was.
Damn!
What a way to go! What a way to go!
And a hard-fought victory for the Boston
good
Celtics
game.
to take a 2-0 lead over
Look
Chicago.
at that, shaking hands, congratulating each other.
Our Miller Lite most valuable player of the game is Michael Jordan.
Yep.
With an all-time record 63 points in a single playoff game. Coming up, final round action from the Heritage. So for Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien, Dick Stockton saying so long from Boston Garden. The final score, the Celtics 135, the Bulls 131. The NBA on CBS has been a presentation of CBS Sports.
And they just dip out. They just dip out. The game just ended 30 seconds ago, and they're like, all right, deuces, we're out of here. Good game. GG's. Oh, man. All right. Wow, guys, I've got a lot of editing to do, so I'm not gonna take a long time here. What a game. I'm actually so glad I've now rewatch this game so I can get all the context. That I feel like there's a lot of story and a lot of context within this one game that's missing, because we all do the usual thing. We watch the highlight film, and in a game like this, it's all Michael Jordan in the highlight reel, because obviously he's getting endless buckets with 63 points. But there's so many other storylines that went on here. Like, I mean, the constant Twin Towers situation that was going on with Boston. They rotate one out, but there was always two out of the three big dudes between McHale, Parrish, and Walton. There was always two of them out there just dominating over the Bulls, and that was the key factor. Then the Bulls making a little bit of a run, going with a small ball lineup with no center and putting Charles Oakley at center. Bird not making a shot for 15 minutes, not having a single point, but then busting his fingers on, I think it was it Oakley's face? I can't remember who, but he popped someone in the face, and he busted his fingers in the process. And then after he gets injured, he comes back and just, I think last I saw he had like 36 points. Like, so many cool storylines. And then Jordan actually struggled a little bit. I mean, he was hot in the first two quarters, struggled a little bit in the third, and well, like the first half of the third. Then he came back alive, carried him all the way through the first overtime. Second overtime, it looks like with about 2 minutes left, Jordan finally ran out of gas. So like, really, that's how the story ends to me. And it wasn't just Jordan. I was looking at the other Bulls players. They were all dead. They were all dead tired, and they probably should be. Double overtime game in Boston against, the best team in the world at this point. They just put up a good fight. That's all I have to say. The entire Bulls team, in fact, not just Michael Jordan, they actually put up one hell of a fight against this 86 Celtics team. So I think that's all I have to say about it. Just wow, what a game. What a game. Bird doing I really enjoyed watching Bird too. Once again, not just a highlight reel, to see what he's thinking as he's catching the ball. There's so many times where you see a wide open shot, or not a wide open shot, but a good look where he could take a shot, but he's always looking for the better one. And he's always willing to make that pass and be a facilitator instead of a scorer whenever he deems necessary. And it's cool to see how contagious that is on his team, because we saw a lot of cool passes like that one from Ainge to who was it? Was it Parrish? Or no, it was Ainge to McHale in the fourth quarter or overtime, one or the other. And he had a wide open shot, but he just did a nice little like fake shot pass into McHale for an even better look. Like, that kind of stuff is contagious. When you see your leader not being selfish about scoring, it's a wonderful thing, because everybody starts saying, well, if you don't care about the stats, screw it, let's just win. Like, forget about it. It's a team game. Oh boy. Anyways, you guys, I am out of here. I'll tell you what, anybody who's made it this far, who's watched this entire game with me, just like put it in the comments. I watched the whole thing. Just do it. I watched the whole thing. I'm really curious, because it's the first time I've ever done this, how many people are actually willing to do this and go along for, a full basketball game while hanging out with me. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if there's any other game suggestions you have, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot. I already have a couple on my mind as well, and it's something I can do once in a while. I gotta admit, I still have hours worth of editing and stuff to do, so I'm gonna be dead exhausted by the end of this one. So like, I figure maybe I can do this one, maybe something like this, once a month or a couple times a month. But just let me know how the experience was as a viewer. As I can tell you from my end, it's a lot of work, but like, this was a lot of fun for me. So if you guys are down for it, I'd like to do more of this. So just let me know how you guys feel about it. Especially members, let me know what you thought about this, because you guys are really the inspiration and the ones who are like funding this. So I definitely want to hear you guys' opinions. And without further ado, I think my voice is pretty much done for today, so I'm out. Great game. Thanks for watching with me. Like the vid if you haven't done it yet. Shout out to Hoops History 26 the YouTube channel where this came from. Link is down in the description for you guys. You know, I think I'm out. Like the vid, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And most importantly, tell your loved ones you love them. Go reach out. Be good to your people. Have a fun, safe night. You know, have fun, but be careful out there. It's a crazy world. And most importantly, is to be water, my friends.